we're going to re-glue this crystal in a way that it's more secure. And of course, we don't expect these old quartz watches, these old quartz tanks, to be waterproof, but we do like to make them as water resistant as we possibly can. What I'm doing now is getting any of the old glue out. The old glue, it can cause the new glue to not stick so well, and yeah, it's a little awkward sometimes when you're reaching around a camera here. But the old glue will also cause the new glue to not stick well, and the crystal will not fit as properly as it should. Now I can feel I've got that old glue out. I don't have any resistance on the end of that toothpick anymore. What I'd like to do next is I'd like to take just a little bit of cotton on the end of that toothpick there with a dab of alcohol, not much, and then I'm going to run around that ledge there one more time just to make sure we have a super clean surface that we can stick this new glue on here. And it seems pretty clean. I've done a little bit of pre-cleaning on here before the video and got most of it all out. Now we'll give that a nice little blow there, and I don't mind brushing dials, but you have to be careful what type of brush you choose. This is a very, very soft bristle brush, and believe it or not, human hair brushes are actually very, very good for sweeping dials. Don't even know if you can buy those, but I have seen a few watchmakers with them. Make sure that's nice and clean. Looks good to me. Now, the next step is going to be taking this crystal here, and I'm going to use just a piece of cotton like you would use to clean your face. Going to give this glass a gentle wipe, and what I'm really doing is trying to get any of the finger oil off of here. The glass, it's scratch free already. Another way to do this is just to simply set the crystal down flat and knock away any of the finger oil that we've got going on the inside of that crystal. And some of that finger oil can be stubborn. Now I feel pretty good that we've got any finger oil away from the underside of this crystal. Well, just touched it again. Give it a good wipe down. Very, very good wipe down. Now we'll try to extract it again very, very carefully here. There she goes. Of course, when we're working with any type of material that could have little fabrics coming off, we'll give an additional blow on here. All right. So now we have a good starting point. What I'd like to do now is I'm going to take that crystal and just sit it here. And now what we have here is the glue. This is UV glue actually, and it dries with a UV light. There's only one part. This is not like an epoxy. Now, because this crystal has a ring around the outside, if we put the glue on the bottom side or inside the case, the UV light's not going to reach it to dry it. So what we can do is just simply drop it in here, get it into position, which it is in a nice position there. Then we're going to take our toothpick and we're going to get just a little bit of this UV glue on here. The reason this works so well is because the UV glue is super thin and super runny, and it makes it so easy to go down and seep right into that crevice right there. I'm going to drag that bead directly up, all the way up there. And then I'm going to try to spread that bead just a little bit further. And then I'm going to come back from the other side as well and drag another bead. Drag another bead down. So now we've got pretty good coverage there, and we'll give it even a third bead straight from the middle here into either end. Now I can tell you that glue is definitely all the way inside there. We're going to repeat that process again. Coming from one side, coming again from another side, getting that bead spread out nicely, and we'll do a third touch right from the middle. All right. Now this glue, it's not like a two-part epoxy that's very thick. This glue is like water, and if you apply it to the outside of the crevice, it will seep right in there with no problem. And I could use epoxy as well on the inside if I wanted to. I could do that. However, one thing I like about the UV glue is it doesn't change color. And it's very easy for cleanup, and it stays clear, whereas the epoxy can turn into a different color, a bit of a yellow tinge to it over time. So I'm definitely a bit partial to this. All right, so we feel pretty good here about our glue situation. We have enough on here that's definitely seeped all the way down inside of that. Now, the next step is what I really like about this UV glue. The cleanup. It doesn't start drying at all until we apply UV light. So we can actually start the cleanup process before applying the UV light. This is a very easy, user-friendly glue. Matter of fact, I recommend doing this on a lot of watches, a lot of vintage watches. Sometimes I'll buy a vintage watch and I may want to use it in a moist area, and I might put a little bead of UV glue around the crystal, even if the crystal's never been removed. All right, so now, as you can see, there's no visible glue at all whatsoever, and I can actually take it in my hands now and I can work with that and continue cleaning any of the old glue away, and all of that UV glue that seeped in, it's still there. I'm only removing the excess glue away before we seal that UV glue. All right, so we've got all of the excess away. The next step, which is the most fun, is taking our UV light here. Gonna give that a nice little shot of light there. And this UV light, it dries this glue very, 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 very fast. I might even turn this light off here for you to get a better feel of what's happening here. Very, very fast. Really, it's only a couple of minutes that this UV glue needs to dry, but I like to give it a little bit of extra light on it. And of course, the stronger your light, the faster that this is going to dry. It's not sticky, it's not tacky, maintains a very, very nice color. And if you're working on two watches, you can always prop it up and just let it sit there, and then rotate the product, rotate the timepiece, and let it work. Now, how long does a weak light take? I'll tell you the number, it's 5 minutes. If you put this on here and hold it on here for 5 minutes, in my experience, it's the very, very best quality. However, it's advertised as just a couple of minutes, even less than a minute a lot of times. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is turn this off and then turn the big light back on. Because this glue is dried enough that crystal's not going to fall out at all, now I can give it that final cleanup. And then I'll put that light on there for a few extra minutes just for safe measure. And the final result that we have is going to look like this. Very beautiful, isn't it? No excess glue, full seal all the way around. If you drop this watch, hopefully you don't, the glass is not going to fall out so easily. I wouldn't go diving in this watch, but if you do get a splash on it while washing your hands, you should be able to wipe that splash away without having to worry too much. There you go. Any questions, please share in the comments. Thank you.